There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could see a world reborn, and they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now, the very words that they have sung became their last communion. On a lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Phantom faces at the window. Phantom shadows on the floor. Empty chairs and empty tables. Now my friends will meet no more. So my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs and empty tables. Now my friends will sing no more. Welcome back. Oh, fuck my cock. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Now my friends are dead and gone. Here they talked of revolution. Here it was they lit the flame. Here they sang about tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. From the table in the corner, they could see a world reborn, and they rose with voices ringing, and I can hear them now, the very words that they have sung became their last communion. On a lonely barricade at dawn. Oh, my friends, forgive me that I live and you are gone. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Phantom faces at the window. Phantom shadows on the floor. Empty chairs and empty tables where my friends will meet no more. So my friends, don't ask me what your sacrifice was for. Empty chairs and empty tables where my friends will sing no more. Welcome back. While we were faffing around looking for a gymnasium, we came across a memorial sort of area, and And all the memories came back of all those we've lost, and it just, I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. I love all of you. It's like a compulsion now. Should I press on? Is this what they would have wanted? Can I even trust my own conclusions? Then I look at young Theodosia and she doesn't understand. She's so excited to be going on this fun adventure. Every vista for her is a new beginning. But all I can see are those whose stories have already come to an end. These poor people. Wait, what's this? Oh, we've seen a ghost. How apropos. I suppose we try to catch it. Perhaps it's one of our lost ones come back, not understanding. I suppose Rose would be safe to have up in the front as I try to catch this thing. Yes, because she's immune to ghostly moves. We'll whip a ball at it. It's got a horn, it's got a skirt. Suppose if it wants to come along, it's got nothing to lose. Unlike the rest of us. Okay, what is this? Oh, it hit itself. I suppose that works out for us. All right. Let's whip another ball. My children, my dear ones. Have I told you how important you are to me? Every last one of you. I don't want to lose another one of you. If I go on, it will be for your sake, for the little ones, for the scrabbling creatures. Which is appropriate, because I'm doing this for the scrabbling creatures, the large rats, who need to be trained to sniff for landmines. If they don't receive monies in time, what if their handlers can't afford any fresh bananas? They'll go to bed with empty bellies. All right, what do we name this thing? It's a lady, it's dead. We can't give it the name of someone else. Let's call it Maria. Close enough. Perhaps we'll find a place for her on the team at some point. The only ghost we have at the moment, I believe, is Stone, and I'm terrified to use him. So, I'd like to point out that we're in some sort of mausoleum, a place of serenity and quiet for remembrance of the dead, and people are still picking fights with me. In absolutely atrocious taste. Sir, must you accost me so? Must you do this? I disapprove. I disapprove of all of this. Hamlet, see what you can do about this burly man who has decided to assault us so. I think, okay, that will balance out. One more of these should put him in his place. Mr. Karate Man, no more violence from you. Whomever you're here to grieve for, quite possibly this person died because of your violent tendencies. So, chew on that if you will. I'm not sure... There's not going to be a gymnasium up here, but I feel that I must do this. I must walk the length and breadth of this area as a sort of pilgrimage to remember those who have passed on. Young Pippin, young Princeton, Roxy, she died too soon. Lysistrata passed away before her time, quite indeed. Eliza, she's also gone. If I'm forgetting someone, I'm so sorry. A puff of things. Now, if I remember, I've got a pair of goggles. Will that help me in any way? They're for seeing invisible things. Could be a key item. Yeah. No, those aren't they. Here we are! Do I have to put it on? Is it just always on? Perhaps it's always on. Hello, small child. Oh no, you don't know how to behave at a mausoleum. No, you're old enough. You should know how to behave in a mausoleum. Fairy tale girl Momo. Take your jiggling puff elsewhere. I'll have nothing to do with it. Hamlet, teach these unruly youths a lesson. Oh, I don't know. Cut it with your steely wings. Hamlet's quite lovely. He's got winsome blade work. He can take hits. Taking hits is very important in our current endeavor. Don't want any more tragedies. She wonders why cemeteries are built. What, as opposed to mausoleums? I don't know. A double battle. Suppose we can have it over. Oh yes! Another thing I did. I discovered a shining stone, and Seymour took quite a liking to it. And Seymour has become even more fabulous. I'll show you now. Oh my god, he's trying to impress his girlfriend. Completely ruining the solemnity of this place. I should teach them a lesson. Just think of the sounds echoing throughout this sacred ground of just creatures fighting, slamming against memorial stones, echoing in the rafters. Absolutely disgraceful. All right. What shall we... Oh yes, that will work. So, look at Seymour. He's got a bouquet of flowers in each hand, and his head is a colossal white rose. Appropriate, I suppose. We've brought flowers. I wondered if my children are laid here. Suppose I wasn't paying attention. This is with many things. Seymour, yes, you've become large. I wonder if there's anything on the top of this. I believe the next thing I have to do to reach a gymnasium that has anything for me is I have to go into a cave in the sea. Oh, rest. Intriguing. What do we have? I can always teach a dig again. She's holding on to a lot of the moves that I must teach someone. You know. Anyway, oh yes, the explosion shed is on. Working quite well. Things seem to be of a rather sizable level around here. Come on, we'll see if we can finish off this cat. It's got one of those neck pillows from the airport. That's also not the most tasteful thing to wear to a memorial. But let's see what we can do. Okay. Yes, smash it as though it were a rock. Well done, Rose. Rose and Tartuffe, you've been with me longest of anyone who's here still. You've seen all the losses. The others don't completely understand. Theodosia least of all. Oh, we must teach her how to behave in a mausoleum. We must be better than these obstreperous teenagers. Come now, children. Let us move on. Let us press forward. Another double one? Are we still in passable condition? I forgot Rose doesn't know Thief anymore, so perhaps we'll switch her out. We ready to try? No, let's try Mrs. Lovett. Give her a little time. In the forefront. All right, woman and child. We sisters, having been brought together by the greatness of a ghost curse, the strongest. Do you think you can win against we sisters, who have been brought together by the greatness of fairy magic? Correct me if I'm wrong, but were the two of you not brought together because you came out of the same woman? You didn't run into each other at a creepy things interest group. No, you were together from the beginning. Okay, so there's a thing with a terrible mouth, and there's a giraffe. Oh, look at it! I like it. It's got its little nub horns. It's quite lovely. All right, what do we want? We could try. That thing doesn't look like a ghost. Perhaps it will work on... Okay, we kind of know what the mouth thing is. It's resistant to a lot of things. Is this friendly fire? No friendly fire. Friendly fire. No friendly fire. Alright, let's take out the mysterious giraffe. So we may as well pick one. Oh, very good, Seymour. Goodness gracious. Seymour's really coming along in strength and brawniness. Mrs. Lovett, I leave it to you to finish off this strange giraffe. Well done. Okay, the thing with the small mouth and the enormous mouth. What on earth is it going to do? Iron defense. Okay, I can live with that. Yes, its defense has risen, but not its special defense. Let's see if we can drain forth its very life. I don't know what works on this thing. We'll try a ground move. Okay, that wasn't bad. Oh, Christ, and that wasn't very effective. So, apparently, evolving into a greater and more fabulous form has made Seymour quite the force to be reckoned with. Well done, Seymour. All right. I'm bristling with anticipation, wondering what is on top of this hallowed place full of mysteriously aggressive people. There's an old man. Oh, another one of these people. I love all things horrifying. It's like a disease. She's here for recreation. Like, there are actually touching dialogue moments with some people who are actually here to mourn, and she's just here because it's goth. Well, young lady, you won't be sacking Rome tonight. No, indeed. Frisk found it. So, Frisk just tells them what was on you or something? I don't know. Seymour, murder this ghost. Double kill this ghostly creature. Well done, Seymour. What else have you, young lady? Oh, it's an odd bird. I think Winona had some of these. Maybe we... I think this thing has psychic moves sometimes. So what if we just bring out Hamlet? Better safe than sorry. Hamlet's never steered me wrong before. Okay, yes, just as I thought. Its greatest and strongest blows mean nothing against Hamlet's burly hide. I have a bird made of metal, young lady. Are you sure you want to mess with me? Okay, that wasn't bad. It was one of those cases where it was going to learn a move, and I figured I may as well, because it had a move that I taught to it through an instructional CD-ROM. So I can always take the choice back if I end up not liking it. Okay, one more of those. Hamlet, I'm sure you can... Oh, will this confuse him? This may change things. All right, let's just find out. Come, please, please. Yes! Well done, Hamlet. We'll give you a medicine. So most of these fights I'm getting into because I must, or just because I must increase the battling experience of my children. But this woman, I actually wanted to fight her. I wanted to teach her a lesson. Young lady, don't interfere with the most tender emotional moments of other men and women simply because you find it to be hardcore. I will leave you with that to chew on, young lady. Lacks incense. Not a problem I've had. I've always been fairly regular, but... If any of my boys have any digestive issues, I am here for them. We're good. Maybe we put someone else in the front. Do we try Theodosia? She's got a lot of hitting points. Okay, we'll at least put her in the front for now. And if we get scared, there'll always be something. We can just switch her out immediately. So many things that I had forgotten. They strangely come back to me when I visit here. It's very fascinating. See, people being very emotionally authentic, very tender, and other people who are just being the worst. They're just being absolute shites. Oh, look at this trust fund baby. He wants to get in a fight at a mausoleum because he thinks it will look good on Instagram. You disgust me, my friend. You are the filth stuck to the bottom of a piece of filth. Okay. Is this thing likely to hit me with... I think it's likely to hit me with a physical move. Let's try this. Okay, Ancient Power. I don't know what that is. Okay. She survived, but I guessed wrong. So perhaps a mirror coat. Oh. Okay, we're not getting lucky. Oh, no. Effective. All right. So Theodosia, that's your first taste of combat. I hope you liked it. I don't know what type that thing is. I should really have checked, because I have one of those. Let's try Mrs. Lovett. Mrs. Lovett's no good in the 2-on-2 battles, because so many of her moves have friendly fire, but 1-on-1, she's quite the force to be reckoned with. Camouflage. Oh, is it going to... Ghost type. Okay. I can see that being useful under some circumstances. But ghosts can burn. Go forth, Mrs. Lovett. Don't cross the streams. Oh, now it's fire type. So it changes type into whatever hits it. Okay, that's moderately clever. But now that it's fire type, I believe this will work. Yes? Oh, goodness, yes. Yeah, that's, certainly something. Okay. I believe we're near the top of this tower. There's... look at him. He thinks he's an influencer. You can just tell. Give me your lunch money and be gone with you. Oh yes, we medicate Theodosia. Oh god, that didn't even do it. She's got a lot of heft. That's a comfort. Anyway, is this the top of the tower? We get to overlook, collect our thoughts. Yes. Yes, indeed. Very peaceful. Get to reevaluate some of the decisions I've made whilst wearing my fun antennae. My children want me to go on. That's why I'm going on. Not for myself, nor for my lush of a father, but for my children. We won't lose any more. I'll be absolutely conscientious. I shall train them to the best of my ability. And we'll all make it home. Every last one of us. That's what we'll do. With the help of this instructional CD-ROM that I found in a sphere on a mountain. Tune in next time. I'll aid my children on their mighty quest.